Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to complete all of your Part 1 challenges for your Vibin questline. I will have a separate video for the Part 2 and Part 3 when they get released, but for now, this is just the Part 1 guide. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video with our first challenge. Now for Part 1 of the Part 1 challenges, we need to establish our uplink device. This is how we're going to start off all of these challenges, and there are tons of different spots you can do it at. Pick whichever one works best for you. I'll be showcasing, obviously, whatever one I end up going to, so if you want to follow my steps directly, then just go ahead and do that, but if not, that works as well. You can go to literally any of these locations, but the first one is right on down over here at Rave Cave. All you need to do in order to do it is just step on it. It's literally that simple, and now we've got our second stage of collecting food consumables for the party, which I'll show you guys how to do very, very easily. Now for the next part of your quest, all you're going to need to do is drop on down over here to this gas station. I did die in my last match, that's why I'm gliding down right now, because I died trying to run over here. But basically, once you drop on in, all you're going to need to do is run on over here and just start looking for those produce boxes. You guys probably know what they look like, but they typically spawn over here at these gas stations. Now, I'm going to try not to die again like I did last game. We're actually going to try and kill the guy this time, and there we go. It worked a lot better the second time. But if we go inside here, you guys can see that, yes, right here, there is a produce box, and we already have gotten 4 of the foods that we need since it dropped 2 of each. So now we only need 2 more foods, and then typically you're able to find 2 more just kind of lying around somewhere. So we're going to go ahead and search for them a little bit, and I will be right back. And wow, that was incredibly fast. Literally right here is another produce box. So just drop in on here to that gas station or run over to it, and then run over to this area over here, this little party space. Go ahead and search that, and then you can pick these up and finish that part of the challenge. Moving on to the next part of interacting with party poppers at Rave Cave. Now, as we get on closer to Rave Cave, you can already see the white dots popping up. These make these challenges incredibly easy because for the storyline ones, you will get help and assistance for completing them by having these little white things pop up. Now, all of these party poppers are actually inside Rave Cave, so you are going to need to jump on in, but once you're on down here, they are very easy to find. As you can see right here, here is our first one, and then we're just going to need to get 4 others of these, and we're already going to be done with this. So as we run on over here, that is my third one, and then we're just going to run on over here, and you can easily find these things. I don't really think you guys need that much help with this section of it. All you need to know is where to go, and hopefully we do not die in this process because that would not be fun. We actually do want to complete our challenge. Did he just go through the floor? Oh my goodness, he was in the ceiling. Chill, what the heck? I was not expecting that. Okay, and then there we go. That is what, our third one or our fourth one? I have no idea what number we're on right now. I'm just trying to not to die because apparently people are falling through the ceiling right now. And then for the final one, we're just going to go right over there and hopefully not die to this other guy. And all we need to do is go ahead and pick this up. And you guys can see that I canceled the animation, so we're going to need to try that again, and it is glitched out. So these things can be a bit annoying. So let's actually go ahead and try this one over here instead. And it's glitched as well. So it looks like this task is actually a little bit glitched right now. It won't let you get that 5th one. I'm not entirely sure why, but just a heads up to you guys, this task is glitched right now. I'll load out of this game and then go back in and see if it fixes itself. So as we can see right here, it did actually complete. It's just that it's a little bit bugged in game. It may not show that you've collected all 5, but once you leave the game and go back into another, it will confirm that you have actually finished it. So now for this next part, we need to yet again establish a device uplink. So let's go ahead and do that. Now for the second part of the Part 1 challenge, which doesn't really make sense. I don't know why they didn't put this under Part 2 instead of Part 1, Part 2, but hey, don't ask me. We're going to need to establish yet another uplink device. You can do it at any of these locations, and there we go. We've already done that, and now we need to destroy objects at old IO Outposts. So we're going to go and head over to one of those and try and get that done. Now for the next part of this challenge, literally all we need to do is come on over to one of these IO Outposts and then just break 10 things. It is that simple. That is all we need to do. So just go ahead and start swinging, and eventually you'll break 10 things, which may take a few seconds actually. What I want to test out is if we break the entire bottom layer of this structure and then the top falls out because obviously there's no bottom, does that count as breaking things, or does that not because you didn't directly break it? I'm honestly not sure. Okay, apparently that's 10 structures somehow. Do not ask me how, but there we go. So now we need to spray peace sprays on structures at old IO Outposts, and this is not that bad to do. It will automatically go into your special emote wheel, so just go ahead and spray it, and then do that 3 times, and you'll instantly complete this challenge. This is probably one of the easiest challenges we've ever gotten. Now for the third part of the part 1 challenge, which really makes no sense. I don't know why they put it all under part 1 if they're gonna have so many different parts to it. We need to establish a device uplink. Now there are 4 separate spots that you can do this at. I recommend going to the one that I'm going to because the other 3 can be a little bit confusing, since I believe this one's under the waterfall, this one's a little bit hidden, that one's weird. So personally, this one is my favorite, so just drop on down to it, and then like you've done for literally every other single one, just drop on it and then step on it, and bam, you're good to go. Now we're moving on to step 2. Now to collect a reality seed from a reality seed pod, just slide on down this hill and come right over here and go ahead and break this pod, and then jump and grab one of those. Bam, you're already done with stage 2. Let's get on to stage 3 of take a reality seed to 3 named locations. Now all you need to do for this one is have a reality seed in your inventory, and let's go to 3 named locations. A great way to do this one is to go to the center of Reality Falls, go to the tree, and at the very top there is a redeploy zone. Some of you guys may not know that, some of you guys might. It doesn't really matter if you knew that before or not, but all we're going to need to do is go on to the very top. Wow, has no one actually looted this? Hold up, I'm gonna search this chest because I'm like that. Oh my goodness, that is lucky. Okay, now basically just go on up to the very top, then you get the redeploy zone, and then we're just gonna go to the 3 nearest named locations, which is gonna be Greasy Grove and Tilted Towers. You can do this in whatever way you want. You can go Greasy first and then Tilted second, or Tilted first and then Greasy second, but it's really up to you at the end of the day. Just make sure that you have the reality seed in your inventory, and then you will get this challenge done. So as long as I just fly over it, you don't actually have to land directly in it, but once you're over it, it will count as you visiting it. Then start moving over to the other named location, and we'll be good to go. And as we can see right here, as I get to Tilted Towers, that quest completes, and then we get stage 4 of this challenge to plant or transplant a reality seed. So since we have it in our inventory, let's go ahead and throw it down, and bam, we are done with the third part to our part 1 challenge, and that completes all of our part 1 challenges for the Vibin quest line. If you want to see my guide for the part 2 challenges, that'll be coming out in just a few minutes, so make sure to click on the top right corner of the screen if you want to watch that. But for now, that is my part 1 guide for the Vibin challenges. If you did enjoy this video, then make sure to leave a like on it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next one.